The Gardener and the Golden Rose. Old man Tiber lived a solitary life tending his garden, renowned throughout the valley for its breathtaking beauty. He cultivated rare blooms, meticulously pruning each stem and coaxing vibrant colors from the earth. However, Tiber harbored a secret obsession. He desperately craved a golden rose, a flower spoken of in legends as embodying perfect happiness. Years he spent attempting to breed one, sacrificing other varieties, neglecting his health, all for this elusive prize. One day, a young apprentice named Elara arrived, eager to learn from the master gardener. She admired Tiber's skill but questioned his relentless pursuit, noticing how it consumed him and overshadowed the joy he already possessed in his flourishing garden. Elara worked diligently alongside Tiber, not attempting to create the golden rose, but instead focusing on enhancing the existing beauty. She spoke with the flowers, understanding their needs, and shared her knowledge of companion planting, creating a harmonious ecosystem within the garden. She noticed that when Tiber focused solely on creating something new, he often overlooked the subtle perfection already present, the delicate curve of a petal, the intoxicating fragrance of lavender, the buzzing of bees collecting nectar. He was so fixated on an idealized future bloom that he failed to appreciate the abundance surrounding him. One particularly harsh winter threatened to destroy the entire garden. Tiber, weakened by years of obsessive work, despaired. Elara, however, rallied the villagers, organizing them to build protective structures and insulate the most vulnerable plants. She didn't try to save everything, understanding that some loss was inevitable, but she prioritized preserving the overall health and diversity of the garden. When spring finally arrived, while many blooms were lost, a single, extraordinary rose emerged, not golden in color, but a radiant shade of apricot, shimmering with an inner light. Tiber stared at the flower, stunned. It wasn't the gold he had envisioned, yet it possessed a beauty far surpassing anything he'd ever created. He realized Elara hadn't been trying to deny his dream, but rather redirect his focus. The apricot rose bloomed because of the collective care and acceptance of what already was, not through forced manipulation. He understood then that true happiness wasn't found in achieving a singular, unattainable goal, but in nurturing what you have and appreciating the present moment. From that day forward, Tiber continued to garden, but with a renewed perspective. He shared his knowledge freely, celebrated the diversity of his blooms, and found genuine contentment in the simple act of cultivation. The apricot rose became a symbol of acceptance, resilience, and the understanding that sometimes the most beautiful things blossom not from relentless pursuit, but from embracing the imperfections and appreciating the inherent beauty already present in life. Questions. Circle T for true or F for false. 1. Old Man Tiber's garden was known primarily for its unusual and exotic plant species, rather than overall aesthetic beauty. 2. Elara immediately attempted to breed a golden rose upon arriving at Tiber's garden, demonstrating her respect for his long-held ambition. 3. The passage suggests that Tiber's obsession with the golden rose negatively impacted his physical health and overall well-being. 4. Elara believed in preserving every plant in the garden, regardless of its chances of survival during the harsh winter. 5. The apricot rose that bloomed after the winter was a direct result of Tiber's continued, isolated efforts to achieve his original goal. 6. A central theme of the passage is the importance of accepting loss and finding beauty in imperfection. 7. The villagers' assistance with protecting the garden had no impact on the eventual blooming of the apricot rose. It was solely due to Tiber's skill. 8. The golden rose can be interpreted as a symbol for an idealized, unattainable form of happiness or perfection. 9. After his realization, Tiber became more secretive and protective of his garden, fearing others would disrupt his newfound peace. 10. The passage utilizes the setting of the garden to represent the potential for growth and contentment when one shifts their perspective.